Xiong Yu starts the martial arts training from the very basics. He gives his friends a pole to practice their balance for at least 40 minutes per day, if they are serious about defeating Guan Pingjun. While the guys are busy pole dancing, Xiong receives a call from his fiancée, Qiu Hongxin. She asks about the mess with manager Jin, and he believes him when he blames her behavioral issue to the reason. She adds that Miaoran wants to invite them to have dinner together this evening. He immediately agrees to join. Qiu asks if she could bring another person, and Miaoran agrees. She asks why Qiu hates him this much, even though their families are so close. Even this question about him irritates the cute Zheng, and she replies that she hates overconfident guys. Meanwhile, Tangleng bumps into Zheng on her way to her job. Zheng tells her that she should resign and find some other job that does not take a toll on her health. To get rid of this job, Tangleng is already going back to the Black Dragon Tea commune. She realizes that that place is dangerous, but if she hands over the full compensation fee, they will let her go. As she leaves, Zheng sees her from behind, wondering why his fiancée could not be nice like her. Because of that strict woman, he has to work in the school's hospital. Later, he runs into Miaoran, who congratulates him for becoming her colleague. She's optimistic that with his skills and humbleness, he will soon become the most well-known doctor in the school. He asks if the dinner table has been booked yet and gets to know that Qiu Hong selected the grilled fish store, the one where he ate earlier as well. However, since he's going there with a different beauty this time, it's all good. He notices the same two guys from Black Dragon Gang whose only purpose in life is to get beaten up by Zheng, accompanied by Tiangleng. He hopes that everything works out for her without any trouble. Xiong Yu and Miaoran arrive at the grilled fish store, and he asks if the reason Hongxin invited him is to make peace with him. While having lewd thoughts about his thick fiancée, he enters the room first with a rose held between his lips. All his wet dreams are gone when he sees purple-haired third-wheeler guy in there. The casual dinner turns into a round-table conference with an awkward atmosphere. Miaoran tries to break the silence by telling Hongxin that she should not have bothered Director Long to take out time from his busy schedule. She replies that this VIP room is booked thanks to him and his large social connections, otherwise he would have to wait in line. That's just a plain lie, because the real reason he's there is to humiliate Xiong Yu. Mr. Long, with his long, ugly spikes, says that it is his pleasure to help Hongxin, and asks Miaoran if he likes the dishes he selected. Xiong Yu intervenes, saying that the food tastes great, while piling up the mountains of empty bowls by his side. Long uses this opportunity to humiliate Xiong Yu by saying that a peasant like him must have never experienced such atmosphere and tastes, so he shall take those dishes with him, as this might be the only time he is getting to eat them. Zheng wraps all the food in the tablecloth and thanks Long, as he was really on a pinch regarding this month's food. Hongxin finds him embarrassing and tries to put some sense into him, but he replies that he's already handed over all 3,000 won to his landlord, so he has no money to eat. She understands how cleverly he sneaked his intention of asking for more money. He then tries to emotionally blackmail her by saying with tears in his eyes if she would let her fiancé die in a 5x6 room. Miaoran is surprised that people can actually live in such a small space, and Long mocks him by saying that it's his laziness that is the reason why he's poor. Zheng sarcastically agrees and says that Long's persistent efforts are quite obvious to him, seeing how hard he's trying to impress Hongxin. Long gets triggered and states that Zheng can never rise up to his ranks, even in dreams, but Zheng responds that he would choose middle-class life over anything, as that is what real life is. Hongxin is getting irritated as she did not expect Long to be the one getting humiliated, and tries to think of some other way to cancel this engagement. Long calls himself and says that Zheng would not suit Hongxin, so he should not let them be a couple. Zheng asks if he truly loves Hongxin, and he responds that he does, but Zheng starts teasing him by saying that he thinks he is lying, and it would feel pathetic to be in love with someone else's fiancé. Realizing that Long can never win at this game, Hongxin tells him to stop this duel and continue with their meal. Zheng leaves the room to get drinks for everyone, and overhears some strange noises from the room. The door of that room is slightly open, so Zheng sees Tanling being grabbed by her. While she is lying on the sofa, the two losers cannot decide who will be going first, so another person joins them to solve the matter. Fortunately, this person is Xiong Yu, who makes sure that they do have a memorable time, although what they will remember their whole life is getting brutally beaten up. After throwing them out of the room, Tiangleng hugs Zheng from behind and thanks him for the help, and offers a better way to express her gratitude. Zheng may be a pervert, but he is man enough to not take advantage of a drunk girl, at least not to that level. Zheng realizes that those losers put drugs in her drink to make her vulnerable, and now he's the one having a difficult time in controlling himself. He apologizes in advance and then sticks his needle in her butt, literally. By his needles, we are talking about the acupuncture needles that will help her sleep for a while and relieve the alcohol in her body. He brings her back to their room where Long praises Xiong for going up for a few minutes and coming back with another lady. Hongxin asks what Xiong Yu did to her student while Miao Ran tries to stop her from jumping to rapid conclusions. He tells her what actually happened, but all she believes is that she was drugged by not two but one pervert, and that pervert is Xiong himself. He tells her to ask Tialong herself and she cannot trust him. Just as she wakes up, Hongxin immediately asks if Xiong is the one who got her drunk. It is obvious how deeply she wants Xiong to be the culprit, so she finally has something to call off the engagement. To her surprise, she immediately hugs Xiong and thanks her for saving him from those perverts. Meanwhile, a swaggy old dude with a muscular body and shiny black sunglasses named Mr. Da Zheng arrives at the grilled fish restaurant upon those perverts' request to take revenge on the person who wiped the floor with Black Dragon gang members. Just as he's about to trash the place with the group of thugs he brought, they see Zhang getting out of the main door. Mr. Da tries to smash him with his bat, but Zhang ducks to pick up a quarter from the floor, and the bat hits Long. This is exactly why you should not wear sunglasses when the sun is down. The swaggy uncle immediately starts apologizing to Long as Long is friends with the superiors in the Black Dragon gang. During Long's last meeting with the Black Dragon's boss, swaggy uncle is also there serving drinks. He takes off the sunglasses and tries to get Long to forgive him. Zheng manipulates Long into becoming a hero by asking for Tiangling's contract and burning it in front of them. As of this moment, gang members cannot approach her. Sadly, the one who receives her gratitude is still Zhang. Even Hongxin realizes that Zhang is not as bad as she thought. Swaggy uncle then grabs Zhang, saying that this guy cannot leave. Unfortunately, the bag of food drops from Zhang's hand and it's time for everyone to press F for the swaggy uncle. Zhang turns around and stares at the swaggy uncle that almost makes him wet his pants. He even involuntarily apologizes, but for ruining a whole month's food, Zhang smacks him at the back of his neck, and then humbly tells him not to move as his bone is broken now. Big boss Mr. Da Zheng gets angry at the perverts who brought him into this mess, and now that Zheng has left, he puts back his sunglasses because respect is temporary, swag is permanent. Miaoran wants to see a small room, so they all tag along with Zhang to go to his place, which is about 30 kilometers away. Tianglin goes as well, so Miaoran asks Hongxin to drive them. Long tries to convince her not to go and instead spend time with him, but she has no use for this worthless dude now, so she declines him. Although if she were a little smarter, she would have realized that she was relying on a guy who has purple hair. Long knows that he is just being used, but he is down bad for Hongxin. Hongxin pulls up her limited edition, only one of 20 Bentley models, which was a gift from Hongxin's mother. Zheng is really impressed with this elite car, and noticing that, Hongxin proposes that he would also get rich, as she would immediately transfer 100 million if he calls off the engagement. He declines because to him, the commitment is more important than any amount of money. Who are we kidding? He knows that if he gets married, not only will he have a beautiful and hot wife, but also all this money. They park the car just outside the alleyway and walk toward Zheng's apartment. The rich daddy's princess is witnessing such a place for the first time. Zheng shows him his room, but he forgot about his new roommate that has been living with him since last night. Man has lost count of the hot girls around him. Just as he opens the door, Ruzhen comes out of the shower in a towel and shares that her apartment has not been ready yet, so he is to overwelcome her stay and sleep in his room tonight as well. All three girls are shocked to see a half-naked girl in this guy's apartment who just rejected 100 million, because he is a man who stands by his word. Ruzhen asks who these girls are, and he immediately puts on the traditional beard and hat and tries to ask for a chance to explain himself. Hongxin is devastated as not only does he have a girlfriend, but he's also living with her, yet he still wants to get married to her. Still reluctant to get admitted to this guy's harem, she rushes outside to call her grandpa to share this news. Zheng is an intelligent man, so he knows that nothing can explain the situation he is in, so he just waves goodbye. Miaoran follows her, and after they leave, Ruzhen apologizes for causing him trouble. As he's an intelligent man, he would never lash out at a half-naked hot girl, so he tells her not to worry as he does not blame her. Tianglong, who's still there, shares that he trusts Dr. Zheng. As it is going to be dark soon, he offers to walk her back to the school and tells Ruzhen to lock the door carefully. Outside the building, they run into the cheating coward who left Ruzhen with the thugs last night. He tries to belittle Zheng by saying that he's lucky to have found this wine servant from KTV as his girlfriend. Of course, he's referring to Tianglong. Cunning Zheng is a master of wordplay, so he states that if he knows that she's an employee at Beilingmeng KTV, that means he must be a frequenter there. He asks Tianglong if he has seen this guy there, and she responds that he frequently visits KTV and has a good relationship with a girl named Ruhua. She heard that he takes her out all night every time he comes. Zheng gives him a thumbs up for having two separate girls for the workplace at KTV. He then turns towards the girl he's with and tells her to be careful, as men like him who have different girls often end up transmitting some disease. She walks to the room without waiting for her cheating partner and locks up. Tianglong praises Zheng for overpowering that guy and making a fool out of him, but Zheng shares that he was really admiring him. As that cheater begs for apology while kneeling outside his own room's door, his boss tells her to go find Ruha and don't bother her. Just then, Ruzhen opens the door to rub some salt on her ex-boyfriend's wound. She tells him that he got home quickly today and closes the door in his face. Then she opens the door again and spits and closes the door back. She always waits for the best opportunity for revenge. That's exactly what a Ren taught us, tatake. Meanwhile, Tianglong and Zheng reach the school and he advises her to adjust her routine properly and take more rest now that her contract with the Black Gang is terminated. As she slightly bows down to show Zheng her huge gratitude, she notices a hand sticking out of the bush behind Zheng. Upon closer look, it's Haifeng Yu, drunk and unconscious. Zheng tells Tianglong to hold her while he, again for the second time the same day, sticks his needles in another drunk girl's butt. Yes, the acupuncture needles. Although that does give a treat for his eyes. Tiang gets red with embarrassment upon realizing that this is how he woke her up as well. Fei Wu wakes up and apologizes to Zheng for suspecting his ability and shares that she really is pregnant, and now she needs his help to do the abortion. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out these other videos and make sure to subscribe and press that bell icon to know about our latest videos.